We need a global state. We need a one world government. We need an ultimate authority. A decentralized and highly democratic great government, characterized by segmental autonomy, a strong constitution, and a separation of powers. Why do we need this? Because the current international order is anarchic. There is no authority above the state. There is no authority to establish and enforce rules that constrain states. States can do whatever they want. They can brutalize their people, attack their neighbors, and terrorize their populations. This is unacceptable. We need a great state that can establish and enforce rules globally. Without such an institution, the international environment is lawless. Chaos, instability, and conflict becomes inevitable. Immorality and evil becomes inevitable. When states are not constrained by a higher authority, they behave as they like. That is what we see around the world today. This needs to change. We need a one-world government, a force that will encourage unity and cooperation, a force that will prevent conflict and division. We live in an increasingly global world. Advances in technology mean that the world is more closely connected than ever before. We face countless global challenges: pandemics, international terrorism, nuclear weapons, climate change, artificial intelligence, poverty, immigration, transnational crime. We need coordinated global solutions to address global problems. Only global solutions can address global problems. Only a one-world government can coordinate global solutions. We face enormous global problems. We face massive global threats to human well-being. Managing these threats and acting accordingly is essential. Only a one-world government can coordinate an effective global response to global problems. We face serious global challenges. We cannot afford to be preoccupied with infighting and international lawlessness. We cannot afford to be divided. We cannot afford to be governed by cynical competing states. We need cooperation. We need global coordination. Only a one-world government will make this possible. Only a one-world government will deliver global solutions to global problems. We face an endless list of existential threats that can only be addressed by a coordinated global response, not division and not cynicism. It is time to march towards a global state. Limited sovereignty is essential. Otherwise, sovereignty is the right to do evil. People speak about sovereignty as if it is the right of a people. The reality is that sovereignty is the right of a government to brutalize and butcher a people. Sovereignty is not the principle of an empowered people. Sovereignty is the principle of a regime that expects other states to tolerate its own brutalization of its people. Sovereignty is the right to oppress and brutalize a state's people. There can be no absolute sovereignty. We need a higher authority that will limit sovereignty. A great state is a necessity. In an increasingly interconnected world, we need to be able to coordinate global responses to global problems. Otherwise, we do not stand a chance. Without global coordination, we stand no chance against increasingly great global problems. We cannot afford to be divided in the face of growing global problems. We need a global state, a great state. A great state will create order, structure, and stability. A great state will end the chaos, conflict, and disorder of modern international relations. A great state will facilitate peace and justice. A great state will produce unity and cooperation. A great state will create economic prosperity and human rights. Economic prosperity would be a major consequence of a great state. A great state would ensure security. This would leave us free to spend less money on weapons and more money on improving human well-being. A great state would discourage war. War is extremely expensive. A great state would facilitate economic cooperation and cohesion. A great state would facilitate trade. A great state would decrease political division, creating a more open and free economic environment. A great state is an imperative. We need a one-world government.